Greetings, fellow nerds. Welcome back to another MTGA Nerdful video. As usual, we are doing some Forgotten Realms Standard 2022, getting ready for the rotation Standard Ranked. This deck comes from a text message I recently just had with a friend. And he was, he was asking me, hey, what are you playing for Standard 2022? I said, Mono Green, Stompy. That's where my heart lies always. And he said, you're playing Fynn? And I said, no, no, not playing Deathtouch. And he said, well, I just saw a deck that plays Fynn with Thieves Tools, and I went, that's really clever. I think we can make the deck kind of in an interesting way, as usual. So yeah, this is kind of inspired off text. Nick, if you're ever going to see this one's for you, so hopefully we get some wins. Yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, whatever helps you find me a little bit easier. You know the drill. I'm also live on Twitch, as you know. So go ahead, check out the description down below. Follow me on Twitch. Playing some Magic, obviously. Playing some RPG games and occasionally some Valorant. When I try to play shooter games, gosh, that's still hard for me. Anyways, yeah, just give me a follow on Twitch. So let's, you know what? Let's just get straight into it. This is Golgari Deathtouch. This is Fynn. So this deck was kind of like a one-hit wonder, and for me, when I last played it, I didn't use any of the like arena cards, like the cards that you can put in standard but are not really standard legal, but you can play it on arena because it's available. There's certain cards on arena that say like you can play this in any format. But I try to stay as true as possible, and we got some nice tools from Forgotten Realms, and there are some Deathtouch creatures. Golgari is actually pretty solid in limited because there are a lot of Deathtouch in both green and black, and then you have all the deal damage cards from green. So, anyways, mostly black concentrated, but yeah, we are playing Fynn. So let me show you what we're working with. So I'm playing two Vorpal Swords. For the most part, this is just there to buff our creatures a little bit, make them a little bit stronger. It already includes Deathtouch to all our Deathtouch creatures, but it's just a nice way to maybe pressure the opponent, especially if we're flooded out. That way they can't just chump block. Maybe they have to chump block our smallest creature just because we might win the game, so we end up doing more damage. I don't know. I'm trying it out. But I think it still is pretty good just because it's a one-drop and it's very easy to equip. Lightfoot Rogue is one of the cards, so it will always gain Deathtouch, so that's pretty nice. The crit, maybe we'll get the crit. It's a 1 in 20. Yeah, odds are totally in our favor. So we got Thieves Tools. Thieves Tools is great. Obviously, it ramps because it comes with a share token, but it is there to apply pressure. Because Fynn, if Fynn's on the battlefield, then we are guaranteed to put in poison counters on the opponent. At least 2 of them. Of course, here's Fynn himself. Again, poison counters. We have got the Underdark Basilisk, which is a common, but still a good early drop. And then we got Varagoth, which kind of disappeared, never made an appearance in a rogue deck, obviously. But the boast effect is actually not bad for our deck. We can find removal spells if need be, or find another Deathtouch creature. Just to apply pressure. Wong-Ti Fangblade. I actually really like the Fangblade here because of the venture mechanic. Solid card limited as well. So I like this card. Baleful Mastery is here for some removal. I am playing Gelatinous Cube. I know this doesn't have Deathtouch, which means Vorpal Sword could attach to Gelatinous Cube. But it acts like a mini Skyclave apparition in a non-white deck, so I think it's pretty solid in general. And we can dissolve it. You can use the dissolve ability as well. So I feel like it's a better Ravenous Chupacabra almost back when Ixalan was a thing. So yeah, Vengeful Reaper, which has haste, so more pressure. Has Foretell if we want to. If we don't have any of our 2-drops. So lots of good things. Finding the Old Gods. I know step 3 is a little bit useless unless we have Gelatinous Cube, but step 1 and step 2 are still really good for our deck. So Aghanim's Awakening, because most of our stuff is relatively cheap, so we can probably reliably cast this for X is 3, so 5 mana, and if we have a Vengeful Reaper, then we can make it 4. So pretty good. I have the Eye Tyrant to apply some more pressure, maybe get in for the last point of damage because it's Menace. We got Swamp Forest and Darkmoor Pathway. I'm not playing Lair of the Hydra because, again, this is more centered around having black creatures. So, yeah. Alright, standard 2022 ranked. Whoops. I was like, Yeah, good old Bolo. That deck was fun. So, I think we'll see how this deck functions. I'm definitely a little nervous, but I think we'll be all right. This is a solid hand. It's got a nice curve to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. Looks like we are playing against mono red of some sort. Den of the Bugbear. Very interesting. Probably has a shock in hand, I would assume, if he's holding up mana. So, oh, we got double Den of the Bugbears. Okay. So we don't have Fynn, so it's a bit of a bummer, but that's alright. It's okay. I think I can take 3. I don't want to continuously take 1. That doesn't seem like the right play. I'll play the Fangblade. I feel like the Fangblade's a little bit better than the Bloodsire. The Blood Sky Sire. Bloodsire sounds cool though. I kind of like Bloodsire. Sounds cooler. Alright, looks like he didn't find a 4th one. Oh, he did. Okay, so he definitely has Frostbite, which he could play. Oh my goodness, my hair's getting long, guys. There's the shock. I did suspect that. Maybe it would have been better to play the Bloodsire then. But that's alright. The mana efficient thing to do would be to play. I could play the Basilisk and equip. I'm not sure what that really does, but might as well do it, I guess. I have the mana for it, so I might as well. We are definitely getting pressure here. This is probably a Frostbite incoming, I would imagine. Decides to attack? Okay. I feel, again, the 3-1 is just a 3-1. Okay, yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. I don't play with arena cards because they're not standard legal. Like, I'm not going to see the Goblin Trashmaster in this in stand format, so I try to make it as realistic as possible. I understand it's arena, and arena's just kind of its own thing, but yeah, I don't know. It's just not my jam, I guess. Definitely feeling the pressure though, because he has multiple creature lands out, so he did pretty well drawing those. Nice, and got another haster. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling the pressure here. Gonna have to lay down everything I can to stabilize, but might be a little too late, if I'm frankly honest. My hand might have been a little too slow. Yeah, I think our opponent has it here. So there is a downside of this deck. It can get out aggroed because your creatures are small. So there is that. Like, you might be trading as opposed to applying pressure. Especially if the opponent has multiple threats like that. But again, I think this deck has potential. I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. But still, we're gonna keep trying here a little bit. Oh, I would have kept this if this had black mana. That would have been an easy keep. I guess I should mulligan. I guess I can keep this. Yeah, Shuffler is fine. It's always funny talking about the shuffler, but people have said enough about it. I'm whatever about it. It's shuffler. It's randomized as randomized can be, and oh look, another mono red goblin deck. Is this the new deck of the season? I don't think so. I think people are just playing it because it's mono red. Hello. So we'll see if we can draw into a black mana here. I didn't want to multiply, like, that's just not... You 100% lose. This is deja vu. Literally 2 then... This is literally deja vu. Okay, yep, so we do not draw into... So, again, I've always had this theory. If you keep a 2-land hand, you're not likely to draw into your 3rd land. You have to keep a 3-land hand. Otherwise, you just kind of straight up lose, but... It's just a theory. But mulling to 5, you 100% lose, so nice. We get flooded. We should have more black mana sources, so this is a little unusual, of course, but it is happening nonetheless. So gotta go with the flow. Oh, they're playing the Zariel here. Pretty nice.
Victory was forged in hellfire.
Sure.
Fight for Avernus, fiend.
Aha, there we go. Now this is a card I can work with.
I lost one battle, not the war.
So if we draw into a second black mana source, we can okay. Let's go trade here. I mean, slows him down on land. Definitely play this with black. I guess to be mana efficient, we do play the Gelatinous Cube. I feel like we've considerably slowed down the opponent, but we're still not having the upper hand. And I did just say this deck's weakness is against aggro, so this feels a little bit better. We're at 18. They have 3 cards in hand. It feels a little bit better. I would gladly trade with the Faceless Haven. And the reason for that is that's, like, again, just a strong card in general. Yeah, they can have the water. A little useless effect, but yeah, it's fine. So we played our whole hand, but they can't... I don't see any comfortable swings they can really do, so that's kind of nice. We're not in the best position either, though. I mean, we've played out... Again, this is kind of what I would say the weakness of the deck is just this idea of slowing down. But... okay. Yeah, Battlecry Goblin is really good against our deck because the +1/+0 makes all the +1/+0 makes all the difference. So, yeah, it's huge, it's very considerable. And they get the double pack here. Yeah, we just have to trade. This is how you try to stabilize against mono red. I know we're in top deck city, but we just ran into probably our worst matchup twice in a row, and not much we can do about that. You know, that's just a little bit of reality kicking in our face. They got everything they would ever want. Oh, but this is also nice. I don't have it for 4, but I can cast it for 3. Oh. Oh, I need triple black, though. So we're actually, we're just going to scoop it up here. So, ran into probably our worst matchup twice. Well, that's alright with me, personally. Because, maybe we need to play less green mana? No, but the first thing we kept, it had 2 swamps and then no green, so... We just kind of we got hosed a little bit, so gotta work with what you got. So let's try to get in for one victory, though. Let's not. I do want to make our boy Nick proud here. Okay, I like this hand. We're not going first. That's always the case. If you're not going first, if you're going first, you're mulliganing. If you're going second, you're going second. So, oh well. I mean, could be worse. I could have a significantly worse hand. So, I'm okay with this. Lightfoot Rogue, still pretty good in our deck. See, he mulligan. Theory. Red Black Treasures. Okay. We actually have a decent shot against this deck because we do have removal spells, so it's doable. I can make something happen here. But opponents already gotten a little bit of everything. They are just light speed ahead. So yeah. They'll probably just kind of sit back a little bit and kind of reap the benefits of playing Red Black Treasures, which is ramping to Goldspan Dragon and then ramping into more things with Goldspan Dragon and then making everything huge. Play the Predator, which is fantastic in this deck. So we'll have to draw some of our exile effects as well. So we'll have to pray a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. Ramp City. Deals 3 damage to any target. Okay. Yeah, great card in this deck. I haven't seen it used. Maybe it's just. Oh wow, they went for our face. They're really being aggressive here. All right, that is fine with me. We do draw removal. That's very important here. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Blood Sky Siren, just in case it's playing like Shock or something. Have to discard a card. Oh no, probably the Basilisk. I don't see the Basilisk. We're really hoping. He discarded a land, so he's pretty happy with his hand regards to land. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, I mean, I can deal with that, no problem. So I actually don't want to kill the Painter here. Because of step 3, he just gets a 2/2 back. And that doesn't really affect me all that much. I don't think that particularly matters. I want to hold up like my good removal spells for a creature that's going to come down, so sure. I think I can take 2 pretty comfortably. I'm actually going to go ahead and gain a life here. I know I could be going through the Lost Mine, but I feel pretty good about this. I'm actually going to Binding the Old Gods here. I'm going to hold on to our land. That might be a little greedy, but Agadeem's Awakening could come in pretty clutch at some point, so. Yeah. Go ahead and start. I don't want to land in particular. Thieves' Tool would be great if I had Fynn, but not quite in this case. They have super Deathtouch. It's not a thing. I'm actually going to go ahead and boast here. Not sure what I particularly want. Maybe another binding. Yeah, sure. I'll take a binding. Both blocks are like not great because I either keep something that's basically like I'll never fail the top deck, or I draw into something every turn, basically that I like. Ooh, Grimwander's kind of nice. We can exile him. I don't feel the need to take 5. Probably a Goldspan Dragon is landing down though. He does have the 5 mana, so... Oh, okay, this works. I don't really like anything that's happening. So I'll play Aghanim's Awakening for 3. Put in the Lightfoot and the 1 T-Blade. It's not great. I do have to discard Binding the Old Gods, which I just picked up, but... Oh, he had a red dragon? How interesting. Okay. I like everything that's happening. Alright, I will boast. I think picking up Fynn at this point is acceptable. Create the treasure token. Oh, I could pick up the Volpro Sword too, actually. That might have been slightly better, now that I think about it. Oh, right, red dragon's in his graveyard. Okay. That's painful. Alright, picking up Fynn was not a good idea. I know I'm not going to draw into a card that deals with that. Oh dear. Oh, this is bad. Okay, he didn't attack, so I bought a turn. I guess I might as well play the Fynn. Oh no. This is lethal, so he has to block. Okay. I'm gonna lose a lot. So this isn't, I mean, I'm not in a good position by any means, but I'm gonna boast here. I have a Fynn. Oh! You know what? This has haste. This might be enough. The Vengeful Reaper might be just what I was looking for. I don't need that though. Okay. Second painter. Alright. Well, let's do it. Whew. Alright, we got a victory here, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so this deck definitely could use a little bit of help. Might want to. I was considering playing Snakes in Veil. I didn't think that was the correct choice, but it is worth considering all of a sudden. But I feel like the deck overall is pretty solid. We do need to get Fynn out pretty early to apply better pressure, and so you are kind of playing the odds a little bit there. But I do like how the deck still applies pressure. I think Blood Sky Sire still has a place. So it's nice to see this deck maybe have a little bit of a comeback, and you never know, we might get better Deathtouch creatures as Innistrad probably will have good ones, I would imagine. I mean, it is a little bit more of the dark fantasy side, so who knows? Maybe this deck only gets better as new sets arrive. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, be sure to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, follow me on Twitch, all that good stuff. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Right now up top, YouTube is showing a video of my most recent upload, and right below that is a video that YouTube thinks you specifically like. So go ahead, check those videos out, explore the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you for your next Nerd Phil.